It's late. I'm tired. I should be sleeping. But I don't feel like it. Plus I got a little bit of a power nap in. So now I kind of have a second wave in me. Hey Nitro, what are you doing awake? So yeah, we're gonna kill a little bit of time. See if I get sleepy enough to fall asleep. Yeah, it's still relatively early for me. It's only 9 p.m. here. I took a little bit of a power nap at like 5 o'clock, so I fucked up my own sleep schedule is what I'm saying. But I'll put you to sleep, Nitro. Just nestle me down next to your head. Have a nice cup of calming coffee, maybe a triple espresso. You know, something not too heavy, not too much caffeine. Playing with your audio settings and you're saying it's sounding pretty amazing. That's awesome. Having a raging need for your surround speakers back. I have a mighty need. Yeah. Master Stereopsis, you are come at my most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage has delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you have been present to receive it, but in any event. Sir Emeric de Burrell, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Burrell, cordially invites Master Stereopsis to dine with him at his estate. Oh my god, B-Dubs is going to be so mad we're finally going on a date with Emeric. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you on an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I should be glad to accept. To be honest, I'd rather not. No, why would we ever turn down Emeric? Indeed. Who would not? You will forgive me if I seem envious. I shall send word of your acceptance to Burrell Manor at once. When you are ready, pay report to the Astrologicum. They will have some escort you to the rest of the way. Oh, I'm going on a date with Emeric, which means I need to put on my fancy night clothes. Hold on, where's my suit jacket? Yes. Yes, this is my fancy date outfit. Refreshing. Greetings and well met, Master Stereopsis. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Burrell, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a man of occasion such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I am sure, but for this day we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. Are we going to see Emeric in his casual clothes? Oh, we are. Yes, a date with Emeric. What are we eating?
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Questing for the horn right now.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
I'm already toasted. Tataru slipped me her fun flask. Look at that cravat. I'm on my fancy. I put my fancy clothes on because I'm on a date.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Why not join me on the next one, sweet cheeks?
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust. Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead?
Yeah. Speaking of striding faithfully towards the worm, how's your worm doing?
The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
No, we really thank you. Let me show you just how grateful we are. One roofie colada.
May I ask a personal question?
Yes, go on.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
God, it's always something with you
News
people.
from House Fulton.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
Just when I was about to get some.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Who's narrating this time? Is that Elfinode? I don't think so. It's Alize! Oh my fucking god. After all these years, I finally get introduced to Alize.
Yes.
Is that...
Alize, Alphino's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood.
She needs a transfusion. I volunteer as tribute.
We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect.
This is like the last time we've seen her, too. Which was, I don't know, 40, 50 hours ago?
But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer.
How did we know she was talking to me?
The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Why? I'm the one who does all the work, and I just heard it.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his surgeons. Did they not bring Estinian back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we yet have the power to influence? Do it. First I'm going to take this cappuccino. Heavenly eggnog, excuse me. So the warriors of darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Loth Astnath, when they were confronting Ravna, gods, has there been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Elfino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this, a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alize risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Bani, will you accompany me to the Zelfatol and help me stop the Ixal ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the beastmen's intrusions into Korthan lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Elfino. The mountains of Zelafatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me that only conceivable approaches by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelafatol by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. Zelvatol. Maybe it's Zelfatol? In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelfatol. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmont. In the event Mistress Alize regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. I'm sorry our date was cut short. We'll have to do it again some other time, Emmerich. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Alright, I guess I should get out of my date clothes, since that unfortunately isn't happening. And look, I had our after hours outfit all ready to go. Alright, we're going to Dragonhead. Let's put on our warm clothes. Have you everything you require, then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalin and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixaly warriors, I've been informed that House Fortome knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gates lie open. We need but walk through. Sweet. Master Stereopsis, Master Alfino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something, and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zephrotol and aid you as you see fit. The enemy will be thick on the ground. Upon arriving, let us advance with care as we search for the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with the Ixal, but if they are not, we may be forced to do battle with the warriors of darkness. Zephrotol is now accessible. Oh, is this a Dungerino? Oh, it is. I will do that with some NPCs. The cable knit sweater of power. My fisherman's rib sweater. Oh, froggies. Whoa, holy mother of crap. Was not expecting that.
Focus. Release!
No, don't hurt me. Come on, tank. What are you doing? Oh boy, I pissed a lot of people off.
Focus. Release!
Didn't mean to do that, but it was cool looking. Nice. Treasure coffer for Bani. Solely. Everything in this dungeon sounds like a medication.
Away with you!
I do have a mount like this, yeah. A similar one. It's a Goobu.
Focus. Release! Focus. Release!
You're unable to evoke to use it. Okay. Open this imposing gate. The door is locked tight. Well, what? Oh, nobody picked up the key because it's just me. Alright, I got it. We're good to go. You guys not coming on the lift with me? Like, fuck that. We don't trust this lift. Bye. I guess I'll do the rest of the dungeon on my own. Kay, I love you. Oh, we got a big Goobu fight coming up. Hey, I have a cane that looks like that weapon for my white mage. Are we ready to do this? The Toli Killak. Oh shit. I got blasted into the oblivion. Oh, I see.
Away with you.
I see. We want to stand here.
Away with you!
Nice. Look at me paying attention to the environmental cues. So unlike me.
Away with you!
Nobody is covering some stuff you want to know from the speakers? Like how to do stuff? You can't find anyone that's made a video on how to? Technical aspects, yeah. You'll have to make that video. I believe in you. You'll figure it out. Tailwind relic. What is this? An airstone is required to proceed. Ooh, airstone. Am I about to hang glide? Oh shit! Whoa, where the fuck did you come from? Oh man, we gotta get the tail. We gotta get the air stone. Oh, there's a lot of enemies in this dungeon. Whoa, who's this dude? This is a big, thick Ixel.
Away with you!
Oh, he summoned Garuda into the fight? What the shit?
Away with you!
I love Astrologian. I never run out of MP like ever.
Away with you! Focus. Release!
Nice. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Nitro. Gotta top off that coffee.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The Knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
Is that Urianger?
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void.
Oh shit. Lore drops.
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
I'm spoiling myself on who that is. And now I've spoiled you guys because I said it out loud. I know him. Because I've seen him without his garb on. All things considered, we should be grateful that we have survived the encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reason, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Bani. What news from Zephrotol? Then, we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Yistola has been tending to the Mistress Alize in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Oh, I think she's far more resilient than that.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scions' stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you fixed it, Nitro. Sweet.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Perhaps Bani in a bikini?
Allow me, Sir Emmerich.
All right, you'll
dealt with
suffice.
the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alize, you...
Don't make me kick your ass, brother.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
I love that Tataru is just making clothes for everyone now. This is her role. Scion seamstress. Would it be right in assuming that you had not spoken with my sister since one of the memorable services, was it? By the 12, it seems a lifetime ago. I should like to think we have both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Mustang Sally now, baby. Better slow that Mustang down. Well, Tartarouche certainly has a look that she likes. She likes a short front skirt and a long back coat. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember the time at the studium when the girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" So be it. Another time, perhaps. It is an honor, Bani. I realize we are barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. I don't know what that means. Let's do it. Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived and spirited us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. Oh, right. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for the presents in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are ever less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brennan managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no disillusion of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret if I weren't, that is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the waking sands, then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. I think, do I have tickets for the Waking Sand? Graham Company Pass and Partner, no. Nope. Alpine coat. That is a fancy coat. Oh, I should have put this on when I went on my date with him. Shit. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alfino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray, allow us to explain. Ugh, I'm so bummed I ruined that for myself, and also you guys. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, the seventh put to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the strait of Merlthor. Merlthor? O Gomorrah stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumours, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. Bani? Fuck Bani, why Amazon has to only provide the Spanish subtitles to every movie? Do you want different subtitles? What subtitles do you want? Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray, inform us should we learn aught else. I shall. Or do you want dubbing? Or original Spanish language? I am brother... No, if I may, brother Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Alize? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Gurin Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. Ooh, she giving him the sassy look. By the leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Spanish subtitles always or most of the time ruin the real translation. I don't think that's exclusive to Spanish. Pretty much everyone I know who speaks another language hates anything subtitled in their own language. Camp Overlook. We can do that. I don't need my sweater on for this, though. Can I change into my... Where's my street clothes? Yes, this. Yes, perfect. Hello? Seven hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, why don't you want any? What do you want, any? We don't want any? Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing it is what it is. Right, then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ugamora have got much more aggressive late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? I would love to. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when first we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urianje's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this for later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Searching for a kobold, which is not a color or a stone, but a creature in this game. Here, kobold, kobold, kobold. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, he's so tiny. No, don't run away. I just found you. Stay back, away, far back. I'm not a... Ugh, it's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Are you not a kobold? Are you another creature in disguise? Right, he's somewhere on this level. Where are you, my dude? Oh, there you are. Please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. Oh my god, how many fucking times are you gonna run away from me? This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... Gah, he found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do? I come in peace, only to talk, speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. He's so little. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we've got him. Fine work, scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into our camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No. I came to talk, to ask for help, but when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alfino, and this is my sister Alize. Bani, the man who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now Commander Bloedin here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to us to ask for help. Why to us, and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, all right? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with my others, but the patriarchs won't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of folky fashion from the bones of beastmen, which worshipped use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incantations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listened to Gabu, no one matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready, just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already, but I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy, that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where the crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Alright, my mount kind of killed the mood. Quickly! Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother. Aye, it's just that. I am quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As Alize said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. The next one is the last, and it's very large, very big, very huge, very large. Though you cast about for a time, you see no signs of the crystals. Confound it. What about you, Bani? Any luck? Nothing. But this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes. The question is where to and why. Within Ogomoru, where the summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again, it is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu, we will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them to Commander Bloydin's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Oh shit, I clicked off that. I don't know what that said. Here, have the crystals. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bulletin in the situation. Pray, go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetherite within the Ugamora mines that shall deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way. This way. Baal, Gabu, and Alize. Into the unknown. Oh, I guess I don't want to necessarily click on that. Click on Alize. Ah, I take it this is the aetherite we seek. Right then. As soon as Alfino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Bani. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Quickly, you clods! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers, here? But how did you... We are my parents, Patriarch. Where are they? No, they already murdered them. Mother. Father? Coke for the furnace, you monster. How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, Alize, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of the objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course, cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the overdweller's convenience. Oath-breakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oath-breakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. Your promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. I mean, you're not wrong. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare this the beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god deigns the land of Aether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined our lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please? Dude, I don't think they're getting up. Please. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up! Oh, he pissed. Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alfino, leave him to me. We must away. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given that we were what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplication of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incantation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have any course for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Aether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogamora, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Bani, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Thank you, friend. Alize and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. Confront Titan in the naval. Really? I just do the naval hard again? Yeah, I just have to do the naval hard again. Interesting. I don't remember how I do that. A Realm Reborn. The naval hard. Join. This better be what I'm supposed to do. did it. I typed reg. Pass. Pass. Player commendations. Have it, Dragoon. I didn't get a single commendation. I res like 5 people. Are you kidding me? Alright, speak with Alfino and camp overlook. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like this since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death, like any of the other thrall, such as the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it, but we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once forced the Ezael followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgardian's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. There is naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less on which we never ever come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bulladin of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? I would love to. Bloedin. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then it is. I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in Maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think that we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like a cause for celebration. Now, I know you a lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumph return of Titan's Bane. Ooh, are we gonna have a party? Hell yes. Ugh, I want to go to like a, hang out with friends around a bonfire and drink party. That sounds like super good right now, actually.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good.
Oh, he's so
But,
cute.
Alas.
He's like a rotund chinchilla.
So quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I traveled far and wide with two companies, Estinian and Ysael, who were under some rather unique circumstances. I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Emmerich. When Alfino and I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands, no, let's talk about Estinian and Ysael.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
He's got his own crystal butt plugs.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say! It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee?
Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Asians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Urianger, my dude, what are you up to? What's your grand plan here? What ho, Bani? I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. 'Twould seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals, and with that in mind I suggest we pray Urianger another— Wait! Where is Alize? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Oh my god, all these searching quests. I don't want to search for people, just tell me where they are. I found you. Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bulledin, something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none of the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He still isn't there. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out to be a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom command. Goodbye, little buddy. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. That pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of a better time. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alize. Thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, there will be a reckoning. Alright, I should probably go to bed. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I should try and get some rest. I have no idea if anyone's here, but good night if you're lurking or if you're asleep. I hope you continue to sleep well. I'll see you guys Wednesday probably. Have a good rest of your night or day.